like that.
Bingo!
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so what's for dinner? What are you actually going to be barbecuing at a professional barbecue contest? Well, the first thing you're going to be doing is chicken. And there's different chicken. You need to read the rules as to what you can put in there. You can put different types of chicken. You can put drumsticks, you can put thighs, you can put breasts, you can put whatever it is, but the key point is that you have to have a minimum of 6 servings, because the boxes are judged by 6 separate judges who each get an individual piece for them to judge. So if you're using drumsticks, put 6 in there. Thighs, put 6 in there. Breasts, make sure you have 6 pieces cut up for that. So guys do a whole range of different options on there. The most popular is chicken thighs in the KCBS format, and that's what I cook. I wasn't supposed to give away secrets. Anyways, chicken's the first one, and that's the first one that you turn in. Second one is ribs, and again, you have to have 6 portions of ribs. They can be spare ribs. They can be, if you could fit 6 whole big slices in there with that brisket on there, I mean, you know, go for it. You have to have 6 individual pieces in there, and keep in mind too, if they're not separated and a judge pulls one out and the second one holds on to it, they have to put it on their plate. One judge wouldn't get it, you'd be disqualified. You never want to do that. So at the minimum, 6 individual pieces. You can do spares, you can do St. Louis, you can do baby backs on the ribs. Third category is pork, and it's pork. It can either be pork shoulder or pork butt. Has to be one of those two. You cook that, and different ways of presenting it: pulled, shredded, chopped, sliced, you know, whatever it is. Pork is the third category, and the final category is brisket, full brisket. So that's the 4 items that you will be turning in during a professional barbecue competition. Okay, so you know what you're going to be cooking, and you've done a little bit of research. Now what you're really doing is you're thinking, you know, do I really want to do this? And you're going to make the decision to compete. Again, I'm talking to the guy that wants to be on the national scale, be competitive in the national arena for professional barbecue. So you're going to make that decision to compete, and so you're going to set some goals out there right away, and set your goals. And just like anything else, when you're setting your goals, you want to kind of stage your progress in there so that you don't get disappointed. But again, ultimately, you want to get to the American Royal, and you want to be competitive. You want to get to the Jack Daniel's World Invitational, and you want to be competitive. The first thing that's going to come up is cost considerations, and here's where you're looking at some real heart-to-heart discussions with your spouse, and something that you really need to consider. It's not unlike any other hobby that's out there, like hunting or fishing, or you know, where you can spend an awful lot of money on equipment, racing, you know, those kind of things. But be aware that it's going to be a serious investment as you move along. For example, I mean, anytime you go to a competition, between your entry fees and the meat that you're buying and fuel to get there and whatnot, I mean, you're going to spend a minimum of $600 per competition at a professional level. And then it can go up from there. I mean, if you're traveling, you know, 1,000 miles, you know, your fuel bills are going to go up. If you're going to stay in a hotel, you know, for one of the nights and get there, I mean, however you're going to do it, it can go up from there. But you plan on a minimum of 600. Usually between 600 and 900 is kind of the range that I like to share with people. So then you get into the issue of, and we'll talk a little bit later, you're going to get into the issue of equipment and barbecue pits and trailers and all that kind of stuff. And there you get into mortgage payments. And there you get into some huge money if you want to. The sky's the limit on what you can spend on this kind of stuff. Okay, first thing you want to do, you got all this out of the way, first thing you want to do is you want to be a fan. You want to go and watch a competition, a barbecue competition. They're all over the place. So find one close to your house, and then make arrangements to go and watch and see, and just be a spectator. What you want to do when you get there is you want to hang out and ask as many questions as you can. But keep in mind that the cooks are going to be a little bit leery. They don't know who you are. They've never met you or anything like that. So you want to ask, you want to learn, but you're really there to observe a lot of different things. The reason why the cooks are going to be a little bit nervous about talking with you, because they don't know you, number one. But the other thing is a concept called shigging, and I think it's unique to the barbecue world. But it's the idea of where another fellow competitor will come into your camp with the sole purpose of stealing your secrets. Looking at it. And early in my career, I made a lot of videos. You can watch them, and man, people called me the master shigger, because I was out there, videotaping and stuff that people were doing. But cooks are real good at hiding really what's going on and what's happening from their perspective on the secrets. So, but again, guys are leery about doing that, and you have to be respectful of it. I mean, to get to the point of being really competitive, you will have had to invest a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of trial and error in getting to your spot, and it's a competition. I mean, it's team against team, and in the end, the champions are really decided on the tiniest of adjustments or additions, or whatever they do separates champions from non-champions. You just do something. It's amazing. It's just like anything else. Football's a game of inches. Barbecues. People have told me that champions are really decided, and they set themselves apart in what they do in the last 10 minutes before that box is turned in. So, a lot of things leading up to that, but I mean, these little tiny adjustments, tiny processes and procedures that cooks go through are what separate them, and that's what they're going to hold near and dear to them. You think about, you meet some of these people, and people are nice. They wouldn't lie to me. Really? It's a competition. Can't believe what they tell you. Until you hear from a bunch of different people and try it out for yourself, don't believe what they tell you. Don't believe what they tell you. Best time to talk to the cooks is obviously when they're not real busy. You got to be sensitive to it. You can tell whether they're busy or they're just hanging out. A really good time to get to have conversations with cooks is, believe it or not, really early in the morning. I'm talking 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. You haven't hit really crunch time yet. You're up, you're alert, you're getting ready to rock and roll, and there's a good time to maybe strike up some conversations. But again, be sensitive to their timing, their schedule, and the fact that they're there and they've got a lot on their mind to get done, as you'll see as we move into the schedule portion of it. When you're going there and visiting, make sure you stay till the end. Stay till the end in the awards ceremony, when they're actually handing out the trophies and announcing the winners, which is a very cool part of professional barbecue. And you'll see the joy that winners have, and the camaraderie between teams in sharing and being happy for each other doing well.